This opportunity actually gave me time to reflect about my dad. And over this week, so many things well up, and I said, I don't know what to say, but
put that microphone up a bit.
I thank you for that opportunity, this opportunity.
What's going on here? Anyway, that sounds pretty loud, doesn't it?
Okay. My dad was 89 when he left us. This year will be his 13th anniversary. When he was a young adult, he experienced the Japanese occupation in Malaysia and Singapore. So he witnessed the cruelty and the terror the Japanese army did to the local people. These images unfortunately etched permanently in his mind. So as a result, he has strong principles of how he treats people around him. And he was in also what we call at present time the sandwich generation. He was sandwiched between caring for his own family and also his aging parents simultaneously. He was managing his job as a headmaster of a little village school and also his finance. This dynamic presented a significant emotional, financial, and physical challenges. As a result, he vowed that he would never do that on his children, that he would try to be very independent financially because of what he experienced. He planned well for his senior age and enjoyed his financial independence. He was very, very dignified and always contributing and gifting his grandchildren. Tragically, as a young couple, both my mom and dad endured 3 deaths. They lost their first child, a son. Jennifer was born a few years later, followed by me. But another girl was lost too after me. There should be 7 children in the family. Now we are 4. We never talk about it because it's like a taboo. They never bring it up. I suppose during that time, I vaguely remember my youngest sister, the number 6, who died of leukemia. One day in the morning, I heard a loud wail from my mom. I quietly asked my grandpa what was happening. He told me that little Lily had passed away. They must have experienced profound sadness, anger, and guilt. And I'm sure they had pangs of sadness, loss, and despair from time to time. But Mom and Dad never talk about the past. They have strong love for one another, and they were very steadfast with each other. I feel that time has soothed their grief. We had a wonderful childhood. They provided us with security, lots of love, and warmth. When I was younger, I'd ask my dad, one of my friends got those record players, and I want to play some records. Can we get a record player? But Dad say, don't compare yourself with the family that have a lot. Look around you and compare yourself with those that doesn't have much. And then you will be very contented. And after that, I never request any more other things. Dad was a respected and hardworking headmaster of a village school in Sinai, Johor, Malaysia. He was highly regarded by them, and he worked very hard for the school till he retired at 60, together with my mom. He was a traditional dad. He was hardworking, very reliable, very dependable, and a great provider for the family. We were educated in an Anglican school and was often encouraged to pursue a higher education. I'm mesmerized by his wisdom. He was very educated and a constant reader, always improving himself. He was not a hugger. So we have no bear hugs from him, no kisses. But we always felt his love. Sometimes we wish he's a bit more tactful with us. He often used my mom to communicate what he wants from us. So my mom would be the one who tells us about the birds and the bees and boys and girls relationship. We love talking to mom because she was fun, she laughs a lot, and we muck around with her a lot. So now I understand why he delegated that job to her. We have great support with her. After mom's death, he gradually established a very personal communication with all of us. He shared his feelings and expressed openly. We all appreciate this season of his life when we could get closer to him. He was a great grandfather. Mark, my son, would often go over to have coffee and a chess game with him. Now and then, Rachel and Rebecca enjoy his lunch prepared by him, traditional Chinese food. He would go to the Victoria Market the next day, the day before, and buy all the fresh ingredients to cook that special meal for them. He was a good cook, always looking up for recipes to improve himself. He was a much-loved grandfather. I thank God that my mom and dad never stood in my way to be a Christian. They were warm to my Sunday school teacher and got to know her and her family. They welcomed my Sunday school friends with open arms when they visited my home. They even allowed some of my friends to stay overnight when they have some trouble home life. They allow them to stay whenever they had problems. When I was an adult, I started with Sunday school at school, but once we are bigger, we'd go to a class called the adult training class in my church. So I would invite groups back to my place and have sing-alongs, fellowship, and sometimes with guest speakers. Dad graciously opened our home for these events and would sit with mom and dad to participate and fellowship with my friends. I am forever grateful to Dad for supporting me in my Christian life and in my Christian journey. I would like to share this verse with you, all the dads around. Ephesians 6:4. Fathers, do not provoke your child to anger, but bring them in the discipline and the instruction of the Lord. Thank you.